What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 66 of Level Up. This is my Diablo 3 first impressions look. And what we have here is 5 different classes. We have the Barbarian, Demon Hunter, Monk, Witch Doctor, and Wizard. But if you guys didn't already know, this game does not have a character creation screen that is in-depth. It's basically choose your class, choose your gender, choose hardcore or not hardcore. Hardcore mode basically is when your hero dies, you will no longer be able to play that hero. So choose wisely, basically. Pick the character you want to play and you're good to go. But we're going to be going on my level 1 monk and checking him out. So let's go ahead and click select hero and start game and get ourselves in the game. Alrighty then. We have our cinematic, so I'll go ahead and shut my mouthy as we listen to it.
The gods are in all things, and everywhere I see signs of change. The wind bears an unnatural chill, and my people grow uneasy. Now, fire burns the sky and scorches the vault of the heavens. I must carry out the will of the patriarchs. When they need to see, I am their eyes. Where they wish to strike, I am their fist. When they would ignite the light of truth, I am their torch. They have sent me to where the heavenly fire has fallen. My mind is clear. I will rid Tristram of the shambling corpses that have risen in the fire's wake.
And dramatic music. Anyways, that is our Act 1 cinematic for the game.
I smell fear and death.
And as you see, throughout the time you play this game, it is voiced. And that's something that's really awesome, considering we are in a generation that loves voice acting. And with voice acting comes storytelling. And that is something that this game does a very good job of, which is why it is so fun. Because not only is it an action RPG, but an action RPG needs a story to carry it. And with the story of Diablo, you're in a world that is under peril. Diablo has taken over once again, and you have to go stop him. And throughout the times, you were trying to solve mysteries, and also digging deep into the lore. Very awesome, if you ask me, because this game's lore is very deep. And not only is it very deep, there's a ton of it. Every time you go through a zone, you'll end up finding books. You'll end up finding lore pieces and quests that you may not have seen before. And each time you do that, you'll get to see and learn more about the world that you're going through. Very awesome touch, if you ask me. And not only is it a nice touch, it's a nice feature that will keep you going in this game for a very long time. And it adds replayability too, because you may have missed something, or something randomly generates that is different. So that's very cool. Not only is this game's story very good, but also the graphics are quite nice. And I say quite nice because they're not the best thing I've ever seen, and they simply just look like a zoomed out version of the World of Warcraft engine in a darker tone. Because as we go through here, you'll notice some things that look somewhat familiar to World of Warcraft if you're looking for them. And not only that, when this game zooms in very closely for cinematics that are filmed in game sometimes, you get to see sort of what I'm talking about, because the models aren't really that high polygon rate, not that detailed, but what they do is they fit with the world. And that is a very tough thing to do, is make a game fit with the world that you're in. And these games fit in so well. And not only do they fit in so well, they complement the world that you're in. You actually care about them, what they think, what you're going through the world with them about. You actually remember them, and that is an awesome feature about this game as well. The storytelling's so good, you remember the characters that are in it. So, off the topic of graphics, because the graphics are very crisp, they're very clean, They work nice with the world. They work nice with the story. What about the combat? The combat is action RPG. Basically, what the combat is like is if you've ever played League of Legends, that's basically what it's like. You click the move, you do attacks based with shift click, shift right click, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's very fun. It's one of those types of things that it's a very addictive style of combat, and it's very fun, very driven, and with the story, it complements it quite nicely. And as you can see through here, it's all skill as well. Once the PvP is released for this game, which it's not currently as of this review, you will get to see what I'm talking about. It's a very nice style of combat. It's a very skill-oriented style of combat. And if you don't know your class very well, you're going to get raffle stomped even in the story mode. So that's just really cool overall. Now, before I continue more about my first impressions look, let's go ahead and listen to some of the lore that I'm talking about that's found throughout the world. So let's go ahead and listen to this.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world, but the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asila's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
Alright guys, so as you see there, you gotta listen to a good piece of the lore. What these guys are all here for, the risen dead. That's really awesome. I really like the fact that they incorporate that throughout the gameplay, because people like to hear lore. Here's another example.
I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
See, so not only are the lore there, it also is transcribed into a very nice voice acting by the voice actor of the person who wrote that piece of lore. So it's really cool how they did that, incorporated something in the game's game without having cinematics and dialogue to go with it. It's more of this included extra piece that will make players want to learn about the world that much more. So what about the skill system? Now I have leveled up, so I'm going to show you guys the skill system and interface of the game. So now that I got a new skill, I found out, oh, I have a primary skill, Fist of Thunder, and then a secondary, I got a new skill called Lashing Tail Kick. That's pretty cool. I accept, and it's now on my secondary list. But here's the thing about the skill system. As you level up, you'll unlock more skills that fall under the same category. So judging by what skills you pick is the way you spec your character. And judging by what skill runes you pick, which are unlocked at level 6, they're basically just upgrades to the skills, you also spec your character to make it the way you want to play, the way you want to adventure, and the way you want to journey through the world. Very, very awesome. Also, you have defensive techniques, focus mantras based off of your different character. You will have different types of attacks or defenses that you will be able to pick as well. These are action bar skills located on 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very, very cool. A lot of different variety as well. And like I said, the more you customize your class, the better suited it will be for your character, because you'll end up having so many skills that you'll be able to pick the ones that you like and enjoy. So also there's also passives, which also increase your skills as well. So not only do you have your normal skills, your action bar skills, but you also have your passive skills that are fully customizable basically as you go throughout the game to pick which skills that you want to use and execute throughout the world. That's very cool. So let's go ahead and look at the inventory just to check out what we get to see here. We get to see all our different gear here, all our different attributes, and the inventory of this game is basically whatever size the item is how many squares it takes up. So it's not one of those standard every slot can hold something. It's every slot gets valued to be a certain amount of squares in order to fill up your box. So essentially, you don't really hold that much in your backpack. There's not really any way in hell you should be able to hold as much as you do in, say, World of Warcraft or, say, Ion or even Terra. You should not be able to hold that much. So this game sort of corrects that a little bit. while leaving the unrealistic nature of being able to hold as many or as much needed stuff as possible. So that's a very nice balance there, and it's something that's been in all the Diablo games, but I thought I'd highlight it once again. Also, I want to talk about the skill variety as well. Even though I already tapped on about it as far as the class customization goes, I want to talk about how awesome each skill is in this game. Because every time a skill goes off, the sound effects are very stunning. They're very vivid, and they feel at home. They feel almost as if you're there. You're in this world, and it immerses you that much farther. Something that, like the soundtrack is very amazing. So Blizzard's really done a lot of things right, and overall I think this game is awesome so far. I'm enjoying myself, and even though I'm only like level 11 or level 14, something like that, I'm still having a great time, still very motivated to move on. And this overall, it's a great game. The story is awesome, the lore is so deep and fully voiced, doesn't get better than that. And the game doesn't look half bad at all. Has a very nice graphics textures, very nice look, and a very nice world view of what the Diablo universe should look like. So overall, I give this game a very great recommendation to you guys. It is only $50, and if you have something that is a decent computer, I mean, you can even run this game probably on a Walmart special computer, you should be able to pick up this game and enjoy it as much as I am. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. If you enjoyed this video, like I said, make a like up the video, hit the like button, whatever you want to say. I know I just spoke Greek there, but it's alright. Hit that like button, it does help us out quite a lot. You can also favorite the video and share it with your friends as well. Definitely helps us out that much more. And also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Lugo Entertainment and twitter.com/ZachSharps. That has been it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video of my Diablo 3 first impressions of the game. Stay tuned for my review of it, because I will be playing it to the end. So stay tuned for that by hitting that subscribe button and email me when a new video is released. So that is it. Diablo for episode 66 of Level Up. Have a nice day, guys, and I think I could screw up more words. Have a nice day, guys, not have a nice day. Anyways, guys, catch you guys next time.